Hey guys, this is Cass Coons and welcome back to F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. This is episode 10, the season finale, and we're at Brazil. What we have here is a regulation change, which is only the engine, so which leave us little things to cover. So we have more points to invest in other parts, such as every other department other than the powertrain, which is nice. So here we are starting our qualifying lap in Interlagos, starting off with the turns 1 and 2, and the Senna S have a bit of a spin over there, going into our first DRS zone, going straight down to turns 4 and 5. Going on another straight, brake a bit for turns 6 and 7, and hard braking for turns 8. Then go around turn 9, and going into turns 10. Another hard braking, which is a good overtaking over there. Going in turns 12. Going to 13, going to a long winding of turns 14 and 15, getting the DRS and crossing the line. We got P2, but that didn't happen. We got P13 in the end. Charles Leclerc up in pole with Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen is at P4 and Jean Galil is at P22.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Vettel, Ricciardo, Sainz, Norris, and Pierre Gasly, Stroll, Ocon, Carlson, and Albon, Magnussen, Kvyat, Kimi Raikkonen, and Roman Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Galeil, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, let's finish the season with a strong effort.
Sure thing, Jeff. So we seems to have cloudy weather, and that's cloudy weather all day, so no rain. That's fine with us. And on our way to start the final race of the 2020 season. 3 drivers up for contention for the championship between Bottas, Verstappen, and Hamilton. Go having a great start, going on the inside, having a bit of collision with Gasly at the, I think, probably from behind. So as Sainz went a bit off at turns 2, going down straight to turns 4. As you can see, the replay doesn't have the same weather as in the real race, so sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Probably a bug. As you see ourselves sandwiched between the 2 McLarens, going up into turns 8, trying to pull a move on Sainz, but a bit too far away. But we might be able to go and pull a move at turn 10. I think we went in, maybe a bit of contact, but we finished the move, overtaking Sainz. As we go back around to the starting line, we found ourselves from outside the points to inside the points in P8. As we cut to lap 5, we see that Ricciardo is overtaking Perez, and we think it might be a good chance to overtake Perez as well. As we see them trying to overtake him, didn't work out the first time. As we try and follow him around the track, preferably towards turns 10. try to keep close behind him. Now turns 10, we put a move and we hit him. Oops, but we
Front wing,
still
you've taken some minor damage.
managed to stick up to P7. So going around getting DRS, but it seems that Perez is faster than us and goes on the inside as we go back to P8. We can see a McLaren from our left, and it was a McLaren. We managed to hold him off, so we'll be able to drop 2 places down, but just 1. As we cut into lap 8, we see Sainz tries to overtake us into turns 4. We managed to hold him off, but he's still sticking with us side to side. It overtakes us towards turn 7. All we have to do is just stay close by him and overtake him by turn 10. Have a bit of contact with him into turn 7. Going around turn 9. Have to aim it right for turns 10. Diving on the inside. A bit of contact, but again we managed to make the move. Seems that turns 10 is our favorite spot. Now we're going in for a pit stop. My last pit stop of the season. I've seen it a couple times before. Our pit crew pulled off some good pit stops that help us get some points. Hopefully we get the same.
Go now.
As you see at 2.6. Not
Okay,
the
stay
best.
clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
As we can see, we might be able to get ahead of the pack of I think it was Perez, also the McLarens. So the pit crew sort of did a good job. So that's the end of the race. We were able to get 2 more places, and we were able to get P7 at the end of the race.
Less than a lap of fuel now.
Well,
The tank is
we
empty.
see that Charles Leclerc won the race. As we're going to get the places, it seems that we ran out of fuel, and it seems that Perez is faster than us and passes just by, and we have to stick with P8. Oh.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion.
So that's the end of the race. Hamilton, same as in real life, got his 7th championship. So you see Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen in the podium. Valtteri put us in P4. We found ourselves in P8. And as for Sean, P22. Some things never change. As for the driver standings, what we have here, gonna go down one by one. We have Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, ourselves, Albon, Vettel, Perez, Stroll, Ricardo, Sainz, and Norris, Kevin Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Russell, Galeo, and Latifi. As for the Constructors' Championship, we have Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Racing Point, Cascons Racing, we finished in P5, McLaren, Renault, which overtaking us in the last race, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo Racing, and the only team without scoring points, Williams. So that's the end of the race, and that's the end of the season. I think for the season I think we did pretty good. Don't know about you guys. So we see here we have the season results. We see that Hamilton won the season with 5 wins, along with 2 second place finishes. And it seems that the 3 contenders of the season all had 1 DNF each. See that Bottas won at least 3 times, or Charles Leclerc winning the 1 time, which is in the finale. So we see Mercedes domination once again. As for our other title contender, Max Verstappen, he won only 1 time, but appeared in the podium for all of the other races except for Bahrain, which he retired. Massive consistency. As you see the other podium finishers, we have ourselves, we have Charles, which got 3rd place in Vietnam. Also have Albon, as well as Ricardo with the 2nd place in Japan, as well as Kevin Magnussen in Netherlands. That was a crazy race. As for the rest of the group, seems that Kvyat is the last one with the point, coming from Silverstone. As for the non-point finishers, we have 1 in Haas of Romain Grosjean, both of the Alfa Romeos, and also the Williams, and also Sean Galeo. So the time has come. His contract season. We know that Raikkonen and Vettel are leaving, so there's 2 open spaces. But the question is about our second driver, Sean Galeo. Are we gonna sign him for the next season, or we're looking for a better driver? So we see our budget is around 16 million, and we see you have a couple of drivers that we could buy in the likes of Latifi, Stroll, even perhaps Russell. But we need to look at Sean first. So he's appeared in probably the last row throughout the season, but in the second half, it did sort of improve. Let's see one example, he finished 18th in Japan, I think. Also, one big moment was in Belgium when he battled with Raikkonen in the first few laps, which sort of helped since he kept Raikkonen distracted, but I passed them both through and get some points, I think. And for that, I mean, it would be rude just to drop him off by our first season. It is our first season, so it would make sense to drop him that soon. So in the end, I decided to stay loyal to the one and only Sean Galeo and sign him up for another season. As we go ahead and continue on, we go and develop more of our car for next season. Hopefully, along with the regulation change, there will be a bit of a shakeup, hopefully. But for now, we're gonna go and take a final interview of the season with Will.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in.
Which department has been hit the hardest by next year's regulation changes?
You're not, Will. Well, the only changes is the engine, so... Yeah, the voice just took me out. Yeah, the obvious answer would be the engine.
Your second driver really seems to be improving at a rapid pace. How dedicated are they?
Well, we only upgraded the simulator just about halfway, and it did improve Sean in a couple of moments. So yeah, I think shutting down new contract, he is dedicated for at least another season.
At the moment, you seem to be a solid mid-tier team. What do you think will take your team to the next level?
Well, I think the car is fine the way as it is. I think it's a good car. I think the biggest problem is the wear. We had some times where the parts just wear off a bit too quickly. We often had to replace them, which sort of resulted in the penalties. So yeah, I think the wear is the biggest problem. And should we be able to get points, we focus on that.
Would it be safe to say that in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team?
What question is that, Will? Trying to make me look bad, trying to make me look selfish? No, 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 no. Come on. Absolutely not.
Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful?
I mean, as long as they're good, I mean, they should be a good driver to stick with, and as well as, can't say no to Sean Galego.
Thanks so much, as ever, for your time. It's hugely appreciated.
Okay, well, that's it. Raikkonen and Vettel are gone. We're upgrading our facilities for next season. Will there be a next season? Who knows? I had a great time, lots of fun moments in this season, and hopefully, if there is another season, hopefully there will be more. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to watch the next video, which I haven't planned yet. So whatever that video is, if you want to stick around, please make sure you do all those things. So that's it. Goodbye.